everyone. Now last week in writing, we watched that video about the diver swimming through the waters just off Bali. Do you remember how it looked with the rubbish that he was swimming through and just how awful it was? Do you remember seeing the rubbish as it was getting caught in the seaweed? We saw chip packets, we saw paper bags, we saw plastic bags, we saw all sorts of things. What type of environment are we living in if we think that's okay? Now I remember watching you as you watched that video, and I remember seeing a lot of horrified and shocked faces. That gave you a lot of feelings and a lot of thoughts about what you saw. So today what we're going to be doing for writing is we're going to be creating some feeling poems. We're going to be creating poems based on what we watched last week when we watched the video of the diver. So to begin with, I'd like you to think about you being the diver out there in the Pacific Ocean just off Bali. When you are in the water, first of all, what can you see? What is around you? What does it look like to be inside that sea of rubbish? How does it feel? What can you feel touching you as you swim through the rubbish? Do you feel the rubbish grabbing onto you? Then start thinking about, what does it make you think of? As you look at all that rubbish in the ocean, what thoughts start going through your head? And then I'd like you to wonder about the future. I wonder what will happen if we don't do something about this rubbish soon. So for the first part of our writing, you're going to be creating this X chart. This is a place for you to write down all the words, all of those adjectives that come into your mind as you think about what you can see, how does it feel, what does it make you think, and then what do you wonder for the future? How's that going so far? So far we've thought about, we've looked at our planning, we've thought about what we can see, what we can feel, what you think, and then what you wonder about what may happen next. So now let's put that all together. Hopefully you've got at least 2 ideas in each sector of your X chart. Now I'd like you to take your best 2 from each area, the ones that you can think of the most things to say about, the ones that give the strongest and deepest feelings in you. And now you're going to put them together into a poem. Here's the format for what your poem will look like. Your first 2 lines will be about I see. Then you will have 2 lines based on I feel, 2 more for I think, and your last 2 lines talk about I wonder. I'm really looking forward to reading these poems later on today. Have an awesome morning writing, and I'll see you later.